Ambitious goals for county schools. Leaders lay out the plans for the future.
The Prince George's School District unveils its 2024 legislative platform to county and state lawmakers today. I'm Katara Jones in Lanham. I'll have more details coming up on CTV News.
Plus, 'tis the season of giving around the county. That and more coming up next on CTV News.
Good evening. I'm Patricia Vallone with a CTV News update. Well, the Prince George's school system hosts its first ever legislative day this morning. Superintendent Millard House and school leaders discuss the district's 2024 legislative platform with county and state lawmakers. PGCPS plans to support legislation that allows the county school board to have control of its education policy, curriculum, budget, and administration. The school system wants legislation that supports school construction projects, funding to recruit more teachers, as well as money to bring in more school counselors.
The new strategic approach ensures that a unified and informed advocacy for the best interests of the youngsters that you saw before you today. I think it's very important that we're here to support them.
The message we have to send to Annapolis and throughout Prince George's County is our children are worth the investment. Don't send our children into second-rate buildings and expect us to be able to deliver a first-class education.
And the inaugural legislative day was held at Duval High School in Lanham. Well, it's life behind bars with all but 55 years suspended for Prince George's man convicted of killing his pregnant girlfriend in April of 2020. Then 21-year-old Malik Johnson shot and killed his pregnant girlfriend, Jalen Quinones. A second female was shot as she and Quinones crossed Quinn Street in Capitol Heights. Investigators say Johnson shot Quinones after she told him that his brother was the baby's father. Quinones' unborn child survived. Two others, Bianca McDuffie and Michael Johnson, were also charged in the case. In a second case today, 63-year-old Roy Batson pleaded guilty to killing two senior living facility employees on October 8, 2021 at Gateway Village in Capitol Heights. The state is asking for a life sentence. Well, HBCU advocates urge more security resources after back-to-back shootings in October at Morgan and Bowie State Universities. Advocates say underfunding is leading to safety and security concerns on the two campuses. Their concerns have drawn support from Capitol Hill, according to the Daily Record. Representative Alma Adams has sent letters to President Biden and others about increasing funding to protect students and faculty from violence. Adams is the founder of the Congressional HBCU Caucus. Declining sales tax revenues are adding to Maryland's budget woes. That, according to Comptroller Brooke Learman. Learman says that the current post-pandemic economic trends are a sign that people have spent their pandemic savings or stimulus money. She also says that consumers are looking to spend less and rebuild their savings. Maryland is facing substantial structural deficits that could balloon to $2.7 billion by 2029. And Prince George's adds 55,000 new jobs between 2011 and 2021 across sectors of technology, healthcare, education, and service. That's more than any other county in the state during that period. The news comes as recent forecasts project that the county will have a deficit of up to $183 million in 2025. Yet Prince George's leaders remain optimistic about economic growth and are counting on the new FBI headquarters coming to Greenbelt to support that. The investigation into the FBI site selection is still underway. And you are watching CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone. After the break, you're going to have to dig a little deeper in your pockets for your utilities. Plus, students at one school got an early start to the weekend. We'll have those stories and more back in a moment. Welcome back. A man with 3 decades of experience working in Pennsylvania prisons will now lead the county's Department of Corrections. County Executive Angela Alsobrooks has hired Terrence Clark as the acting director of the Department of Corrections. Prior to taking this job, Clark spent 38 years with the Philadelphia Department of Prisons. His most recent role was as Deputy Commissioner of Operations. Clark will have to go through a confirmation process by the County Council. Utility prices are on the rise for Marylanders, but not by as much as some local companies would have liked. The Public Service Commission authorized a rate increase of just over $10 million for Washington Gas Light Company. The amount is a substantial reduction of the utilities' request for more than $45 million. Customers can expect to see an average 30-cent increase in the monthly service charge, plus an additional 35 cents per month for residential heat. The good news is the average monthly gas bill for non-heating customers is expected to decrease by about $1.26. Meantime, Baltimore Gas and Electric customers will also see higher bills in the near future. The PSC authorized a nearly $408 million rate increase over the next 3 years, inclusive of both gas and electric service. The 2024 approved rates will result in average one-year bill increases of $4.08 a month for residential electric customers and $10.43 for monthly for gas customers. The average increases drop substantially in the following years. BGE serves 2 million customers in Baltimore City and 10 adjacent counties. Well, after an early release on Wednesday due to a gas leak, Wise High School students are getting more time out of the classroom. The school was closed today due to a total electrical power outage. Now, school officials announced the closure about 6 this morning. There's no word on when the school will have power back up again. Still to come on CTV News tonight, it is the season of giving. We have all the details on several events that will make you believe in the spirit of the season. You don't want to miss it.
I love you. I love the sweet potato pie you bring to every family reunion. I love how you're my morning alarm, even when I ask for 5 more minutes. I love how you say you can't wait to walk me down the aisle, even if my partner ends up being my cat. I can't imagine a Sunday show, night in, night out, celebration, or dinner without you. I can't imagine any tomorrow without you in it. So today I say, I love you. Get screened. Regular cancer screening saves lives. Tell someone you love to get screened today. Visit cancer.org/getscreened to learn more.
Welcome back. Well, Stafford Braxton used to photograph family portraits at the mall with traditional Santas, but he says customers would often approach him asking when they would ever have a Santa of color. Braxton took up the challenge 10 years ago, creating an organization called Santas Just Like Me. He says the service provides Black, brown, and interracial families with representation during the Christmas season, but that all families are welcome. He says there was and still is occasionally pushback from some detractors.
One of the things that has happened since being involved with Black Santas is that I get phone calls throughout the course of the year of people sharing their dismay with the fact that we have a Black Santa, because in some people's minds, Santa's supposed to be white, will always be white, and that's the end of it. And so some of the phone calls are quite vicious.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
What about the expressions from people who are really pleased with what you've done?
The mother and daughter had come and gotten photographed. The daughter was about 8 or 9 years old, and the mother posted those photographs, and the grandmother saw them. And she was 72 years old and had never seen a Black Santa in person. So that was a monumental event for her and for us. Because it reminded me of why we do what we do.
And Santa's Just Like Me is now nationwide and has been featured in several magazines and newspapers, as well as the documentary American Santas. Now, the organization also offers Santa training for those who wish to create a more inclusive atmosphere during the holiday season. If you'd like more information on the organization, you can log on to santasjustlikeme.org. Well, it was an emotional scene at the UMD Capital Region Hospital today.
I never thought I'd be in this situation, but it's a close-knit community. Everybody here cares about you, your recovery, everything, keeping down my pain. It's just mind-blowing.
This is a very emotional time for me right now, to be in the hospital talking to heart patients, because it takes me right back to when I was in the hospital and having had my open heart surgery. It feels really good to be able to talk to them, hear their stories, to relate to what they're going through, and let them know that they have support.
It means that someone cares, you know, so she went through the same thing and everybody else is going through the same thing. And just to receive this gift, it means a lot.
And the Open My Heart Foundation delivered healing baskets stocked with comfy blankets, cozy socks and slippers, pillows, and much more to patients recovering from heart surgery. The baskets are made through a community effort called the Healing Project. Florence Champagne is the founder and CEO of Open My Heart, which she created after surviving heart disease and open heart surgery. And she now sees herself as an advocate for those seeking screenings and medical care for heart issues. Sean Washington was one of those people currently recovering at Capital Region after a heart health incident. Now, for more information on the organization, you can go to openmyheartfoundation.org. Well, 2 local nonprofits are hosting a Christmas party for children and veterans, or children of veterans and incarcerated adults. Vision Quest and the Fresh program are working in conjunction with the Prince George's Sheriff's Office. They're hosting a Winter Wonderland Toys for Tots giveaway tomorrow. It takes place at the VFW Free State Post 8950 on Good Luck Road in Lanham. Organizers will bring the toys tonight in preparation for the event. More than 200 kids are expected to attend.
Tomorrow we're going to do some real wonderful things. We're going to have gingerbread making gingerbread houses and gingerbread men. We're going to be cookie decorating. We're going to be making Christmas cards for some of the families. We're going to have a toy giveaway. We're going to be giving toys to families of some of these kids of veterans and families affected by gun violence, incarcerated parents. And why this is important is we want to reach out and touch the community impactfully. We feel like with the resources that the county and some of us have, nobody should be going without during this season.
And again, the event is set for tomorrow from 12 to 4 at the VFW Post 9800 Good Luck Road in Lanham. Well, they're calling it an assembly that gives away warm coats while teaching kids the wonders of STEM education. The Prince George's Office of Community Relations hosted its annual coat drive at Gaywood Elementary in Seabrook this morning. At the same time, students engaged in a thrilling demonstration of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Partners for the event included Home Depot and Lowe's, Enterprise Mobility, McTech, as well as the Junior League of Prince George's County. And that wraps up our CTV News Update. I'm Patricia Vallone. Join us again on Monday for more local news. Have a great weekend.